that, again, if no questions, we're going to jump into just kind of demonstrating basic lighting controls and the semi-advanced controls.
I'm going to actually turn that one on. All these are pre-programmable into this remote control, which allows you to just simply go to each fixture and tell that fixture what mode you want that fixture to be, and then that fixture will go ahead and perform that way. So commissioning is real simple. Again, once you got your mode selected and set, it's just a matter of pressing buttons, aiming and pressing buttons. So we have a few different modes right here. Here's an example right there. Right now, this fixture, as we're sitting here, I just moved it to 90%. I don't think anybody noticed it. That's my example of saying that you can take down 10% of the energy across the board in your consumer's facility without them even knowing that you did it, other than saving the extra additional energy. Now, if we can convince ComEd to pay us for it,
Absolutely.
that would be great, because I know you get paid watts reduced. So, but this is just simple demonstrations of what we can do, and being able to turn your lights on and off with the remote is kind of fun for your customer as well. Trust me, there's value in it. You can sell this customer this remote, or you can not sell the customer this remote and keep it yourself and be the commissioner and start making additional revenues. Again, every time you go to a customer, let's find out ways to make more money off that same customer. Why walk out of a sale at $5,000 when we can make it $7,000 by adding all these additional accessories? Just like anyone who goes and buys clothing. You buy a pair of pants, you end up buying a shirt, right? Maybe socks and everything else to match it. Well, it's the same thing with lighting now. Let's accessorize, let's get the controls in, and let's find ways to make more money off the same project. And this is the way we're going to do it. And commissioning is as simplistic as pressing a button. That's it. I mean, this is now programming.
Is there a sensor that can be mounted on the lead fixture?
I'm waiting until Ted goes back. I can't hear you, I'm sorry.
Is there a sensor that can be mounted on the lane fixture?
We are working on that right now. And that's what Peter was saying, as you're retrofitting the 2x4s, the basket fixtures, our flat panels, we are coming out with the sensor technology that's going to be made for that specific fixture, even the magnetic strip. As long as you have a 0 to 10 volt dimming interface, you're in. So you just need that purple and gray. If you got that, that's what we interface to. When I mounted this, I mounted it just like I would do any sensor. I brought the line voltage into the sensor, brought the leg to the load, and went gray to gray and violet to violet on 0 to 10, and tied to neutral. That was it. Just no different than doing any sensor that you would do, other than you're adding the two low voltage wires, the gray to violet. So it's real simple install. Again, knockout based, anything with a knockout, whether it's a high bay, 8-foot strip. You got a knockout on it, you can put it on there, and ComEd's going to pay you $50 for every single fixture you do it on.
Right.
If you have a row of fixtures, how many will that control? Limit?
Goal is to control one per fixture.
Right, but if they're all daisy chained together.
You can put one if you want to. You can. I think the load is. I think it goes up to about 1,000 watts if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of fixtures.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're doing high base 100 watt, you can do about 8 to 10 comfortably. So we have for the semi-advanced control, which is controlled by this remote, we have a couple different variations. We have one for the one that comes with a knockout, so you can add it basically to any fixture that has a standard knockout. One model can do on and off only, which is your standard, but the second model can do on and off by level dimming, which you need a dimmable driver and a daylight harvesting, all in one sensor. All in one sensor, guys, all in one sensor. So that's for the fixture that has a knockout. The fixture that don't have a knockout, and you're doing a type C retrofitting or magnetic strips, or using our integrated strip fixtures, you can put a fixture embedded sensor inside. It's microwave. It will sense who's passing by, the people, the occupancy, no problem. We have tested for about 6 months, no problem at all. You can integrate that with your existing, literally, a retrofit like this, you put it inside, put the cover on, thank you very much, it will sense it. So now when you even close this lens, it won't stick out like a dark spot. And that's the whole point. We want to make them still look good. And that's why we're going with a microwave, not a PIR type of technology for this type of sensor. However, the fixture knockout sensor gonna come both the PIR as well as the microwave. We're working on a third sensor, which is basically gonna help when you're installing a new trough or new flat panel, where we're gonna have the actual sensor remotely. So you can take this Ethernet cable, plug it back into the control, and just mount it on the ceiling tile, and done, right next to it, or even on the T-bar. So that's coming up end of May or mid-May to end of May. It's coming.
And when you see this cord set, it makes it legal to be outside the fixture.
Yep.
So
So you can put you can put the control with the driver box, and then basically plug this into the control and put this remotely outside the fixture and still qualify for the rebate.
And just so you know, you don't have to have the remote to program. All the sensors have a series of dip switches along with a little chart that tells you how the positions of the dip switches affect sensitivity, bi-level dimming, daylight harvesting, simple on-off time. So all that's all controllable, again, without the remote control. All can be done through dip switches on either the PIR, the microwave, the in fixture, or the knockout based fixture. So it can be done in any one of
So
those
basically
types of
with these
fixtures.
3 different types of sensor, you can literally control any fixture that is out there. Any fixture literally out there. Whether using a knockout version, a embedded one, and then the remote mounted one.
And again, I just want to touch base on PIR versus microwave technology, where to use it, but what's best. Microwave technology is very similar to ultrasonic technology and is designed to be in rooms with barriers. Perfect example is a women's restroom where you have individual stalls. When a woman's in an individual stall, a passive infrared sensor is not going to see her. Passive infrared is looking for heat and motion. There is no motion when there's a door in the way. But when you use microwave technology, it's filling the room with this microwave technology that's working like sonar. It's moving back and forth. If there's any kind of movement that disrupts the motion of that sonar, when that disruption occurs, that's where the switch occurs. And that's why microwave technology works for hidden places. Now, microwave technology wouldn't be very good if I wanted it only in aisle 1. I might get false trigger if I walk in aisle 2. That's why we have passive infrared. Passive infrared's looking for that heat and motion. Where you don't want false triggers, or where you're concerned, where you're not looking to fill a whole cavity and you're just looking to look at an area, maybe look down an aisle or a hallway, passive infrared's going to be the answer. So microwave isn't always the answer. That's why we offer 2 technologies. I just want you to understand what technology you should utilize each time. And if for any reason you're out there and you need some technical assistance, feel free to call on us. We'll gladly either come out to a job site with you and work with you and help you specify properly, or maybe we can help you right over the phone. So please feel free to reach out to us on that.
Yep. Again, just to clarify, 6 different three control, 6 different types. This is your on and off only because it doesn't have a dimming wire, the purple and the gray. This one does. So this one can only do on and off only. And we're gonna have on and off feature in all 3 different controls. But we're also gonna have the same controls with the bi-level and the daylight harvesting, guys.
Let me point out, in the small commercial, if you're just doing on-off, you will not get the $50. You have to have the other sensor
The
that
daylight
has
harvesting
the daylight
aspect.
harvesting adder on there. That's what gets you up to the 50. So
Yeah. Same thing with the standard program. The rebate is 12 cents per watt controlled for on and off, but 18 cents per watt control if you combine both technology. In small business, it's 30 plus 20. Cool? But again, we're just not, I know a lot of us work in the COMET program, but again, if you're doing a job outside of the COMET program, make sure there is gonna be some sort of rebate available for these type of controls. So talk to the representative who's implementing the program. I guarantee you that they're gonna have some sort of rebate on lighting controls, because lighting controls in 2019 is gonna be a huge push. Okay? Any questions? Anything we can clarify?
For that integrated, would you use that in the middle of that high bay instead of doing the knockout?
I would probably use it still the knockout,
Okay.
just because it has a knockout feature available in strip fixture or the high bay. And but again, you can utilize either or. It'll be more simplified to install it. Versus if you put this embedded one, you'll have to just run the wire a little bit. It works better for the troughers and sometimes in the strip fixtures. But anything that has a knockout, go with the knockout first. And then anything that doesn't have a knockout, use this instead.